Thanks for joining us. Some breaking news this morning. Canada, Britain, and the U.S. are alleging a Russian hacking group is trying to steal intellectual property from researchers working to develop a COVID-19 vaccine. The group, known as Cozy Bear, is alleged to be attacking academic and pharmaceutical research institutions. Canadian security officials are urging health organizations to review a technical advisory on the threat and to take any necessary action. Washington has identified Cozy Bear as one of two Russian government-linked hacking groups that broke into Democratic National Committee computer network and stole emails ahead of the 2016 presidential election. A woman was left shaken after riding a bus in Surrey this week. Just moments after sitting down, she received a violent sexual assault threat through an airdrop message on her phone. As Isabel Regam reports, transit police are now investigating.
The first thing I thought was, is this a joke? Like, should I be getting off this bus?
A woman says she was taking the bus in Surrey when she started receiving disturbing messages from a stranger. The person was using Airdrop, which meant the person was in close proximity and very likely on the same bus. The messages were threatening sexual assault, and they were sent 3 separate times. "I'm going to rape you." That's the message the woman says she received Tuesday night from someone she didn't know. She was concerned because she knew to get one of these Airdrop messages, you need to be near the sender.
My next obviously thought was like, how do I get off this bus safely, right? And I also felt that I didn't want to get up and I didn't want to look around. And I was like a little afraid of like looking around to see, like making eye contact with, who these people might actually be.
The woman, who we've agreed not to name, says she then remembered transit police has a help service, which allows riders to discreetly report a problem by texting 877777.
Transit police did let me know that there was going to be like a Surrey police car, like cop car, available like really close by, and they were going to come where I was getting off.
We had a woman who boarded a bus at the Newton bus loop in Surrey. Shortly after sitting down, the woman received an airdrop text message that had some extremely concerning sexual threats within it. We take situations like this extremely seriously.
While police are now reviewing security footage from the bus ride, finding the messenger will be challenging.
The thing with airdrops too is that they can't be tracked. So if someone's sending you an airdrop, there's no way to trace it.
The woman got picked up by a friend that night, and transit police were also there to make sure she arrived safely. She says she now has the transit police number saved on her phone and encourages other riders to do the same. In Vancouver, Isabel Regam, City News.
BC reported 21 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday. 10 new cases are in the Fraser Health region, 8 in Vancouver, 4 in the interior. BC's top doctor says she's concerned about the increase in new cases in recent days, saying the virus continues to silently circulate in our communities. Premier John Horgan will be providing an update to the province this morning at 10 o'clock. A new study suggests 8 times as many people in Metro Vancouver have been infected by COVID-19 than the rate of reported cases. The authors say the findings show what we're doing in BC seems to be working, with low community transmission of COVID-19 and an estimated overall infection rate of less than 1%. The study looked at anonymous blood samples collected for reasons unrelated to COVID-19 by Life Labs in March and May.
If you look at the study, it was 4 people out of 889 in the study. What it says is how low the level of community transmission was in British Columbia. And I think even though it's a study and even though these are detailed and thoughtful analysis by some of the most outstanding scientists in the country, I think British Columbians can see themselves in these numbers, in the very low level of community transmission that has occurred with COVID-19 in BC.
The study was conducted by the BC Centre for Disease Control, Life Labs, and UBC. It was authorized by Provincial Health Officer Dr. Bonnie Henry, who is expected to give more details this morning. A candlelight vigil is being held tonight for the victim of a homicide. 30-year-old Amin Shaheen Shakur died after being shot in the Punjabi market on Monday night. Shakur was a business owner and was gunned down near one of his businesses. He was active in the community and was described as kind-hearted. He did not have a recent or extensive history with police. The vigil will be held at 8 p.m. at King George Park in Richmond. 8:06 now on Breakfast Television. The BC SPCA says the number of people looking to adopt a dog has skyrocketed. David Zura has the story.
We had one puppy go up, and in an hour we had 250 applications.
We've never seen this before.
In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, we heard about a huge spike in pet adoptions taking place across the country. And now, according to the BC SPCA, that demand has started outpacing supply.
Which means if you're hoping to bring a new furry member into the family, you'll likely have to wait.
It's been absolutely crazy. Right now, we'll put a dog up for adoption, and within minutes we have 50 to 100 applications.
Have you ever seen it like this before?
No. It's been absolutely crazy. Like it's just unheard of. The pros obviously are knowing these animals are in homes and not in shelters.
We had about 25 dogs here locally that were in foster care. They've all been adopted, which is fantastic.
Loved at Last Dog Rescue specializes specifically in international adoption. Volunteers say they're also swamped and are struggling to rescue more dogs from abroad. But that's a big challenge right now as COVID-19 puts a squeeze on air travel and border control.
For organizations like ours that bring overseas dogs here to Canada, we have a lot of adopters waiting.
She says she's not worried families will lose their enthusiasm for adding a new dog to their households.
And especially people that want to adopt rescue dogs, I think there's a real commitment there to creating a better home for a dog and a better life for a dog, and they're willing to wait.
There's always going to be animals for adoption, and I always say it'll be the right time when it's the right time.
She does, however, have one piece of advice for those who recently adopted.
Make sure that you are leaving them alone, because what our fear is we're going to have a bunch of animals that have separation anxiety because the people that adopt them are home with them 24/7, and then all of a sudden they go back to work and it's like, oh, where did my human go?
As for how long she thinks the shortage will last?
Honestly, I don't know.
In Vancouver, David Zura, City News.
Oh, I wish I could adopt a dog, but my apartment is not pet friendly. It's so sad.
Oh, that is kind of sad. Yeah, the pet makes the home, and I tell you, my home would be a dull place if it were not for that little four-legged friend running around here. And, when I take him out for a walk after the show today, it's going to be under cloudy skies. I mean, it's one of those situations.